Hey guys, it's your boy Gab, the lonely step trader. In this video, we're going to run a top-down analysis, okay? And our focus will be on volatility 75 index daily against all the synthetic indices, if you know what I mean. So without wasting our time, let's just jump in. So we're going to make use of the daily time frame, H4 time frame, 1 hour and 15 minutes time frame. That's what we're going to look at. Alright, so let's get it. You know how we do it. Guys, I need you to focus. My analysis can be different. Like it's unlike the usual people used to do. Alright, so let's see what we had here. This is what we had. We had an impulse like this to the downside. Then we had a correction over here. Okay. So we had another impulse. Okay. So now another correction formed around there that the correction that formed there told us what we would have done. Okay, so without anything, or you already know that with this kind of correction we had here, the market will go down. With this kind of correction we had here, this is me on the daily time frame, and I can see it already. All right, so let's just break down. Let's just break down. Okay, yeah, we are together, right? Okay, so with the impulse, this will be the correction we are looking at for. So on the daily time frame, I'm going to start by highlighting my highest point that I can see over here. This is where I'm going to choose. Yeah, I'm going to choose here because there was a pattern that started from this side. Let me explain this better to you. All right, a pattern corrected from this side, right? And that pattern, as fulfilled, is 90% true, right? It has fulfilled its 90% true over here. And look properly. If you look properly, you get to understand that the market is in its downtrend, right? Right from here, we've been getting series of impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse correction. This is like a big correction to me after this impulse. All right, let's look into it. Let's go deep. So hold on a bit. Since we confirmed that this area has complete is 90%, so this our focus will be around this area. So I'm going to take out these lines I'm saying here, these trend lines I just put here, you get right? So this area, that's why I choose this area as my highest one because this is the 90% of this initial pattern. Alright then, so let's forge ahead. So I'm going to take here as my lowest, right? This will be my lowest point in the market. Alright. So let's get it. Let's adjust our pattern. If this area here was an impulse, so the correction should start from here, 1 to 3. Alright. What I like doing, I like taking what I've copied from the downside to the upside like this. Alright. You see how that fits in? Okay. So that's my correction. Don't expect to see the perfect correction like the types you used to see in your textbook. Okay. This is forex. This is forex. Anything is possible in this market. Alright, so we just go down to H4 time frame. So it becomes even better and sweeter here. So on this H4 time frame, I'm kind of seeing something interesting right here. So if this was a pattern that formed, that means the 90% of this pattern is here. Do you understand? So we're going to take that area now. Let's mark it out. This area will be the 90%. Yeah, I'm just adjusting it. Alright, so with that being said, it's obvious, it's clear now, it's way clearer right now, and anybody, any layman can understand what is happening here. So we don't have to waste our time. we can't see nothing here again, apart from the fact that we can confirm that this is an impulsive leg, and this seems to look like a new correction that is forming. So we're just going to go to the 1 hour time frame to see what kind of correction we have here. All right, 1 hour. Okay, so on the 1 hour time frame, I can see a correction over here, a correction over here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and this one is looking, and this one right now is looking different. So you don't expect me to take just this and just keep my head bent on this, like this is going to like do all the job right and mark it as my 90%. Yeah, I know some of you is expecting me to do that, but I'm saying that there was an impulse here, and from that impulse we got all these areas correction, because there's no impulsive, there's no corrective, sorry, impulsive phase after this correction form. So I'm counting all this area as a new correction. So I'm going to mark out this area to see the kind of correction we have, or we are forming, or that is forming, sorry. Okay, so that's my 2 points at the top, and this is my 2 points from the bottom. So it's clear to me now that we are currently forming a symmetrical triangle, and you know how a symmetrical triangle pattern works. For the benefit of those that doesn't know, this is the first, second, we're expecting the third before we break to the downside. On the downside, we already have the first and the second. So that's all, like I'm saying, that's everything I can see on the H1 time frame. So I'm going to go to 15-minute time frame to see if I can catch any new clue before we conclude on our decision. Okay, so right over here, we can see that what happened before is currently happening again. By that, what I mean is simple. Okay, you see right over here, we had an impulse corrective pattern to the downside, then impulse correction, impulse correction, give us something like shoulder, head and shoulder, impulse to the downside, a corrective pattern. And I am looking at this like it's going to give us another correction, then impulse to this area, giving us the third kind of touch before we fall to the downside. But we are not just going to conclude on that, right? Because I can equally count all these areas as my impulse and here as my correction. So with that being said, let's just break this pattern to know what's happening in the market. I have my 1 and 2 touch here because this is the most current pattern, or should I say corrective phase, that is forming in the market. Okay, so what I just saw here is what we call ascending triangle, right? So with this kind of ascending triangle, the concept of this triangle states that the market will break to the upside. The market will break to the upside, correct back down to this area, okay, before it goes up. So I'm kind of thinking that this market is going to like give us something like this. 1, 2, possibly, if you know what I mean. Okay, this area like this, then before we will now break to the downside. You see how nice that looks, right? You see how nice that looks. They'll chase this pattern down to the 90%, which is this area. That's what we should be looking at right now. That's what we should be looking at, but that's not what we have concluded on, because we are still breaking the chart down. So we don't want to confuse ourselves. We want to stay focused so we can be able to make money. All right, I would have loved to go down to the 5 minutes to see what is happening there, because I take my entries on a smaller time frame. But this video is not for entries, if you know what I mean, and that's why I'm going to round it up over here, because this is where I need to end this analysis. So with that in mind, let's just run some forecast. Okay, let's just run some forecast. Okay, so We're going to run a forecast. So excuse me. Okay, so this market can break here from something like this, then take us to the downside and ends up at the 90% of the pattern we saw. If you get what I mean, or we can get something like this, break to the upside, like this, keep going up, keep going up, keep going up until you get to this area, even go way further, which is possible, right? So, or we can just like from here, like this, and keep coming to the downside before we shoot to the upside. The market is all about probabilities and possibilities. So we don't tell the market where the market should go. You get right? All we do is we analyze the chart, we focus, and we wait. We jot our focus on our book and wait for it to play out. So whichever way it plays out, we're going to follow it up with our entry strategy. We have our entries type of strategy, right? So that's just what it is about. So without wasting your time, let's just do a recap. You get right? So this is a recap. It's as simple as it is. You don't have to stress yourself or break your bones around this stuff. You just have to learn something, learn one strategy that will take you anywhere at all. A strategy with which you can be able to analyze any kind of market, anywhere you find yourself, and you can make money. It doesn't matter if the currency market close today or the synthetic market close today. With this kind of strategy in the stock market and the commodity or whatever, you can still make your bucks, if you know what I mean. It's your boy God. In this channel, we don't talk too much. We just believe in acting. We just believe in acting, if you get what I mean. So if you want to join our WhatsApp group, where you'll be getting free signals. Okay, the link will be on my description box. Also, drop your comment on the kind of symbols you're looking at, the pairs, whatever you're looking at. I'll definitely make a video on it. What you're not clear on, support and resistance, pattern trading, and whatever. This is the area I cover. I was born for this, if you know what I mean. So, just drop your comment in the description box and don't forget to like and subscribe. Should in case you're wondering the kind of broker I'm using Deriv. Deriv, they are the brokers that presents us with the synthetic indices. I don't think there's another broker which gives synthetic indices, and these indices trade Sunday to Sunday. They are always there. So provided you know how to trade the market, you can utilize on it and make more money out of it. So without wasting our time, this is the market. This is the market. Let me show you. Impulse, correction. There was a little correction that could give us an entry the previous one. Then yeah, correction, yeah, correction. We're hoping to get to this point, even far as coming down to this area again before we go up. As far as I'm concerned, right now, I'm not going to like enter the market for buy. Yeah, I have my mind now and my focus on bearish entry. So I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to wait to see if I can get my confirmations for my bearish entry. So if I can get it, that's when I will enter the market. But if I don't, I won't enter. Guys, do not enter the market without confirmation. It will hit you up. It will hit you up. So that'll be all. It's your boy Gab, the lonely step trader. Don't forget to subscribe, like I said. Authentically will hit you up. I'm just kidding. Alright, guys. See you in my next video. Bye and peace out.